Fujimoto-sensei, you are a menace. This guy rubs it in our faces how miserable the lives of the characters are in the world he has set up. Then he goes on to show us the reality of promises, that promises are fake, and Yuko will never come back to return Ace's shoes. Then he further traumatizes the readers by showing a similar setup where comrades were ready to spill each other's blood to save their lives. Fujimoto looks through the panels in our eyes like, "Aw, is this getting too much for you? Fine, I will grant you a wholesome chapter." You see these miserable characters, Denji and Asa, sharing a happy moment when the past comes back to haunt us. Every girl that has been nice to Denji tried to kill him. Welcome back to Anime Max. Today we will take you on a wholesome ride named Chainsaw Man, Chapter 116. On this ride, you will get a review of a wholesome chapter, my views, and speculations about it. Don't forget to kill that subscribe button so our new videos can regularly raid your feed. So, let's jump right into it. Chapter 115 shows how much of a good listener Denji has become and how mature he has grown since we first saw him. Asa was hungry but couldn't eat fish, so Denji offered her starfish, as earlier that day, when babbling about starfish, Asa mentioned how some of them are edible. I'm surprised he was listening to Asa's boring lecture. Even I didn't read those panels. Chapter 116 starts with the pair looking for an edible starfish, as the one Denji found was toxic, just like the girls he fell for in the past. After finding an edible starfish, they boiled it in a pot to remove the toxicity. While the starfish is getting cooked, Asa noticed a lot of school hats lying around. Denji reveals he is collecting them to sell them for money once they are out of the Hell Aquarium. He is collecting money in any way he can for the tuition fee for her kind of friend or a little sister who is intelligent enough to go to a college. Denji wants her to have the regular life of an average human instead of the crappy life he has spent roaming around in a dark alley fetching food in dustbins. Asa makes a shocked Pikachu face as the guy she thought was a desperate for money douchebag is a nice guy. I am sure you had the same Pikachu expression as Asa, as most of the fandom thought Denji was changing for good, that he is becoming caring and mature. But let me tell you, he hasn't changed this quality of caring, and going to any limits for his loved ones has been with him since the very first chapter. Denji sold his kidney, his eyeball, and even one of his precious jewels, and still, the money left after paying the debt of the month was so little that all he can afford was a slice of dry bread. But see how happy they look while sharing that slice of dry bread? So our Denji has always been this way, collecting money to feed his loved ones even if it means swallowing a cigarette. The gross sea urchin tasting starfish was not enough for Asa, so she had to eat some dried fish. While eating the fish, Asa made the same face as Power when she used to chew on green veggies. The reaction makes Denji laugh as he calls Asa an interesting woman to watch. Asa interprets it as she is a fun woman with an interesting personality. She further calls herself charming, and like the simp our Denji is, he keeps agreeing with her. All of this self-praising reminds Denji of Power. Asa reveals she has a way out of this endless hell aquarium, but Denji has to help her. The plan was to collect as much money as they could. The boring date changed to a trip to hell, but now it was a beautiful date where the girl and the guy were stealing money from backpacks and wallets. They shared such wholesome moments. Denji was chasing Asa in the hallway with the background of the fish day with dead fishes floating on the surface. Both heavily breathing and sweating, looking into eyes of each other, making their bonds even more sturdy. These panels fill the reader's hearts with happiness, and we can relate in this scene to Denji and Rize's date at the school. But that happiness gets shattered when we get reminded how the date ended, getting us worried for Denji. Will this date end in the same way? We never know what Fujimoto the Menace will do. Back to the chapter. They stole over 1,000,000 yen from the leftover belongings around the aquarium. Asa demands Denji to hand over all the money to her, which he refuses. But he agrees, not even thinking for a second, when Asa says she will grant him any request he wants in exchange for the money. The fact that he can do anything makes him obedient as he always been for beautiful ladies, following each instruction of Asa while calling her ma'am. I have no idea what Denji will ask for. One thing is for sure, this time Denji won't settle for something so less like grabbing a feel. Either Denji will ask for something too much or one of the most wholesome requests. There's nothing in between these two boundaries. Oh my god, what if he asks Asa out for another date or maybe to be his girlfriend? I can't wait for what Fujimoto-sensei has for us in stock. The chapter ends with Asa revealing her plans to us, the readers. She was going to buy the aquarium with 1 million yen in the bag, which would make the aquarium belong to her. Using the power of War Devil, Asa can turn anything into a weapon as long as it belongs to her. Like she turned her uniform into a fragile but powerful sword. The last panel shows a confident Asa keeping her right palm on the aquarium mirror and calling out aquarium spear. Honestly, I don't think this will work. The aquarium doesn't belong to her yet. Like, who sold it to her? And even if she can turn it into a weapon, it would be a rather weak one. So I doubt Yoru's big sis will let our heroes out. Speaking of our heroes, last time when our heroes got trapped in an endless hell like this, comrades tried to kill each other. A lot of blood spilled, mental and physical health got shattered. I can't see Fujimoto-sensei letting these high schoolers out of this hell so effortlessly. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and comment down below what do you think will happen next. Will Denji lose his life? Will Asa succeed in transforming the whole aquarium into a powerful weapon? What are your theories about what Fujimoto has for us in stock? For these questions and more, subscribe to our channel to keep up to date. Alright, that's it. Peace out.